Understood. I'll keep my head down. Nice hit!
What's that? My plans are coming. Oh, yeah.
Hello, Grim.
Hello. I guess stealth went out the window.
I don't know what's worse. The taste of borscht and beans, or the stench that comes later.
Revolver do you want to come stay?
Stealth seems to have worked with that guy that ignored you.
Yeah. You got this holographic disguise thing, but it's on a timer. It's not terribly helpful. Really very useful. shield.
So, the games you didn't write but publish. How did you park them?
Like which ones? Because it kind of depends.
Pick.
You just get to a loading screen.
Camelot Cosmos.
He approached me. I don't think it's done remotely as well as he wanted, which is a shame because the idea is pretty good. With Tough Justice and the other ones Ian Warner did, he really liked the pastiches that I did of White Wolf games. Wanted to write one and I gave him the option, and then he wanted to publish some more, so I just kind of let him really, and then he decided to go it on his own a bit later, which was fine too. Blood I asked, but then I had to rewrite that for the new edition. Mostly just make myself available to people if they want to do that. I'm going to formalise that a bit more hopefully in the future.
If I hear you say survival of the fittest one more time, I'm gonna lose it. Survival's about persistence and luck.
What's coming up in RPGs
So
for
weapon
you?
proficiency and adaptive skill play no part whatsoever in your...
What, writing?
Yes, publishing.
Well, I'm hoping to offer a bit more on the consultancy side to people and publishing under a separate imprint. So the idea is I'll sell my video series on publishing and writing and so on, offer consultancy on top of that, and even offer to publish people for a small cut, which means that, you know, I'm motivated to do the best job I can for them. The Gore adventure, waiting on the art, and for me to write the supplementary material for it.
Arthur today?
The card game. I need to organise myself for my projects next year.
Remind me never to get on Ms. Malin's bad side.
Cool. Care to discuss the video series a bit?
Sure. It's RPG design from start to finish, basically. So everything from inspiration, organisation, deciding what rules and stuff to use, through to publishing. It's Patreons only at the moment, but there will be more later. It'll be on general sale eventually. So I'm a bit tired this morning. This afternoon even. There you go, it just goes to show.
How about more audiobook games or phone PDF versions?
I quite often publish at A5 format, which is reasonably readable on phones. Not sure about formatting for phones. It's reformatting's a lot of work for very little return, I don't think. Audiobooks, maybe. I don't know, I mean, it's a nice thing to do for people, but it's a lot of time and effort and editing for not a lot of money.
Fast, efficient, eager to please? Might be I should ask you for more favors. Guessing your services don't come cheap. Still, this ought to compensate for your troubles. And take an aromatic. You stink like Sisty Pig.
Mondcook just released an audiobook that is a single half-gig MP3.
I take it you don't have a reservation. No matter.
That's not a good way to do
VIP
it.
rooms for visitors of your, let's call it a certain means. The VIP rooms charge by the night. But for you, I'll make it a one-time fee. Got a feeling you'll make me a fine investment. Marvelous. Do take care of the place. Maid service won't clean after a murder.
In the D&D audiobook that I
Wish they
did,
had
that was
slid
pretty
it up.
huge.
2-3 hours.
Oof. Yeah.
Folks I never met before are my most favorite kind. So, what's your story? Let me just stop you right there, stranger. My question, it's not one I really want an answer to. Not unless it accompanies some extra bits. Understand?
I
More than
got
you
the
can afford
SRD
at this
that you
time.
didn't liked it. That's why I asked.
I need to go back and do the extra bits, but they're just so monotonous to record, let alone listen to. You stat blocks and things.
Your eyes do not deceive you. This bar serves the sweetest firewater in all of Fallbrook. I got some snacks on offer too from time to time. Who ain't these days? Everything runs through Ms. Malin here, so you might start with her.
Hey, small cat. Where's fat cat? Somewhere. Hiding. Are you cold? Is that what the problem is?
Audiobook is for core stuff, unless you are vision impaired, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I've met some gamers who are, which is part of the reason I did it. For the handful of people who need it, it's been, they've been really enthusiastic about it. Consider it company relations or something. There were plenty of people telling them not to get it, even though I gave it away for free, essentially. Ooh, someone did a good thing, but it's grim, so you'd better not. You'd better not download it. Seemed to motivate some other people to make their own versions, so all works out in the end. I don't know that anyone did it before I did, really. At least not that got any attention. Maybe I influenced Monte Cook, I don't know. Or I influenced someone who influenced Monte Cook. I don't know. Surprised it didn't get more publicity, but then it's because it's me, I expect.
No one saw me trip over that, right?
Just gotta explore the caverns.
Not sure. Dragon Tate has an onto cassette tape. You could also do some demo vids to link on your site. The AFM actual play.
Yeah.
Dragon Ride. Cell keyboard is killing me.
Dragon Raid. Yeah.
I think it is silly how the cancel culture has its hooks in the hobby. Gatekeepers of any stripe be danged.
Yeah. Can't really afford these people being dicks. And yet they think they're the good guys. That's the most aggravating aspect of the whole thing for me.
Who would like to die first?
Nice hit.
That's the worst part, yeah.
Down they go.
And that they do everything that they accuse other people of doing. That's really aggravating. I know it shouldn't bother me as much as it does, but hypocrisy, I just cannot stand it.
Cancel culture is based in projection.
It really does seem like it.
Watch out, Captain.
Make it look so easy.
Trouble incoming, Captain. A fine hit, Captain. That's one down.
Well, I like your games and I am a leading expert on fun.
Everyone all right?
I'd be lying if I said I didn't crave a bit more respect, though.
Here we go.
I saw that what I thought was scat before is an ash pile. You have put in the effort in gaming. The ticks will turn.
Tide. Okay. We'll see. I'll just keep on keeping on.
Ah, shit. That's a big one. We can tiptoe around to the left or go in.
Over here!
Just figure out what Zoomers want, which seems to be a mystery. All the kids' games are going to make them want something cooler and edgier.
Maybe. I think they want shoes with wheels in them. I think that's their thing.
Like a dank mem RPG.
Skills are unrivaled.
Here we go!
Why would your natural reaction be to think those were piles of poo? Would inappropriate characters work better as a podcast?
Once I get my head round it, it will be being spodcasted as well. But now there's more
Borderlands.
There's more audience on YouTube, really. Or findability on YouTube as well.
More people listen to podcasts on YouTube than iTunes anyway.
Yeah.
I am unimpressed with Anchor thus far.
Oh. Seems to offer syndication and so on. Seemed the lowest hassle drop point.
The casts I listen to dropped their YT outlets. So Grim, have you ever seen Pundit's face? Does he wear a monocle?
No, he doesn't wear a monocle.
You and Wenger should just shoot your books as well one time to tease him.
Here we go.
Nice one. That's the last of them.
You can make tea and Wenger can make green jello tentacles in front of the books.
Can't stand tea. I know, terrible for a British person. Or coffee.
Everyone all right?
Guess that was the edge of the map. Should be a bit more obvious.
I though you'd be an Earl Grey man like that famous Englishman Jean-Luc Picard. Insert French flag.
No, tastes horrible.
Bud Tannen.
Yeah, I think that's what makes me vomit, because I can't drink red wine either. But whiskey doesn't affect me, so maybe the higher alcohol content is the trick.
Well, off about my day, good chat. Have a great day, Evone.
Cheers. I'm probably going to take a nap in a minute, because I'm old and need naps.
to take a breather, ain't it?
Morning again.
Oops. That was a mistake. Hopefully no one attacks me.
A victor, huh? You a true believer, or do you just like the tithes?
Why, that's borderline offensive, Ms. Ramnareem Wentworth. Of course I believe. The tithes are merely a well-earned bonus.
I met another believer once. Pushy type. He thought he'd been left behind for a reason. Thought he'd find some kind of cosmic truth in the wilderness. Got himself infected by a mantis and drowned in a
Worst
sulfur
traffic
pool.
officer
No
ever.
truth.
Can't get more brutally true than survival of the fittest. But don't mistake us all for blind fools. Intellect plays a large part in who stays among the living.
Glad to hear it.
New face, huh? You from off-world?
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome.
Kill em all, God will
Why
know
don't you
his
grab
own.
a chair, sit a spell and revel with us. Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking. It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor Velma goes on and on about quarterly profits. and
Sounds
meeting
like
quotas.
they are
That
jerking
ain't what
themselves
Sanjay
off.
promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay. Sure thing. What did you want to discuss? I never meant to call for anyone's head on a pike. Velma's not my favorite person, but she ain't been cruel to us. Devil it all. Now you got me feeling sorry for her. Fine. I guess we'll go back to work to save Velma's job. We'll find a better time to negotiate our wages. Tell Velma not to worry. We'll look out for her. Velma seem out of sorts to you?
Velma, the best member of the Scooby Gang.
Best sweater puppies.
Something about a boob in the hand is better than two in a bush.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
You're spat in your spirits, Velma.
You noticed my mood? I'm surprised you can see straight today.
I could be seeing triple and I'd still think you're being unkind. I just might find it funnier.
Well, you try wrangling half a ton of dead fish with decades-old equipment and see what it does for your disposition. Anyway, what do you folks need? You knocked
That
any
sounded
sense
a
into
little
him yet?
kinky.
Well, that's awful nice of him. Sure wouldn't have expected that. Thanks for your help. You've gotten me out of a tight spot here. Take this for your efforts.
So what's the
Honest
current
work deserves
project,
honest pay.
Mr. Grim?
Something else on your mind?
The card game, though I'm waiting on the print proofs to come back. Next gore adventure, then I'm gonna take some time off and figure out what I'm doing.
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts. We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping
Is
on the
the
wrong side
answer
of bed.
acid? Lots and
Besides,
lots of
the
acid.
Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the salt tuna. Fat, and mostly tumor-free.
Tumors. Oh, one more side quest, I'm having that. Unless this turns out to be a super long thing. Oh, can't stop yawning.
What's that smell coming out of Celia's apartment? Probably whatever she bought for that guy.
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
What's the time, Mr. Wolf?
Oh, people call out other things in other places.
Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
That was a bit too quick.
Oh, in that case, he told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
I'll be straight with you. Folk who disappear in the wilderness generally aren't able to come back. Don't get your hopes up.
Everything's spinning. I'm just gonna take it easy, okay?
Right. So, tell me what's on your mind.
Brixton. And the guns of...
Indeed. Okay, shouldn't be too far away out here.
Is it true that manta queens devour their mates after copulation?
Yeah, well, sort of. They kill him, but...
I think I've got a cold coming. Might end up sounding like the quartering.
Hold on to your hats, children. This ride is about to get ugly. Understood. I'll keep my head down.
I used to enjoy his work, then got bored of it.
We're still alive.
Same with the bunch of other bearded mouthy blokes.
Forgetting to stop off at a workbench and upgrade my stuff.
I wonder what secrets these ruins contain.
Don't bother knocking on any doors. If anyone's inside, they're liable to respond with gunfire.
Take these guys out first.
A visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
I'm getting real bad fight or flight right now. Watch your step. People ain't this friendly outside city walls.
Do you reckon cannibals?
I, for one, welcome a reprieve from our travels. That is, if you'll have us, kind sir.
That's the spirit. Now come in. Make yourselves comfortable. I'm afraid we don't get many visitors out here. The Raptidons and Marauders scare off all but the boldest. And if you've braved them, you must be exhausted. Why don't you stay for dinner?
Definitely cannibals.
I'm sure I would remember something like that. Now, quit fretting yourself about that. Make yourself at home. Dinner's almost ready.
Yeah, cannibals.
Something ain't right about this.
Bringing new meaning to eating us.
What a pleasant surprise. And just when I was beginning to fear we'd seen the last of good company for a spell. Yet the Eternal provides, does it not?
Only if you give yourself over to the plan, Martha. May I call you Martha?
By all means, just make yourself comfortable. Company is always a reason for cheer. The Eternal does not desire that we huddle and hide, crowded in by walls. We all share the spark of the divine, and we were made to spread it across the stars. Out here, we are free. And even apart from society, the universe provides for us, as your being here proves. Just that your presence here is a gift to us, and one that we don't take for granted. Look at me, prattling on
Sounds
as
like
if this gravy
herpes.
is going to cook itself. Why don't you run along until we are ready for dinner?
Yeah, 100%. These are cannibals.
Oh, hello there. You come for dinner? Sorry, I'm not real good with, names. It just gets hard to remember things. I recall moments, feelings, but the details slip. Other times, it's like there's fog. Sorry, have we talked about this before? That's nice of you. I usually feel better after I eat. Mama said dinner's almost
How
ready,
silly
huh?
would you feel if it turned out to be harmless heroin?
Hey, what are you doing in my room? Liar! You're trying to steal the last of my rocket candies, aren't you? The ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on it. Like the other man used to bring. I'm not telling you.
Looking for your minor nudes. With picks and spades.
That's a big house they have.
All the better to host you in my beer.
I thought I'd seen the worst of humanity before.
They sulfur-sodden assholes. Ain't enough that the rats eat everyone? Now people are doing it too?
Yep, called it.
But what's this? You're tracking blood into the kitchen. Oh dear. You've been nosy, haven't you?
Quickly, my dear. He's getting agitated. We can't let the meat spoil.
Don't worry. We'll make this quick.
Dust to dust. Or in this case, bloody bones to bloody bones.
They didn't deserve to die so clean.
Think I missed anything. What's the point of letting me out here? Assuming there is one. Nope. Guess it's so you can fast travel away.
I'd known we were set to lounging, I'd have recommended a bar.
I don't mean to judge, but are you ever sober, Miss Remnorine Wentworth?
Only when I got a job to do, and even that ain't a guarantee.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up that he's got his load on and that's... Wow. I sure feel like an ass now. Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on Catherine herself. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind?
Okay, I'm gonna take a nap. See you later.